YouTube Rando here. Today I'm going to show you how to make an exploding tripwire. Now this is just a early warning system that uses firecrackers. However, you can make a firecracker that throws projectiles, and I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of this video. First, let's get started with the tripwire. You're going to need one of these party poppers. They call them champagne poppers, all kinds of different names. It's an indoor firework is what it is. You're going to need a couple of black cats, some electrical tape, a knife, and some fishing string. So let's get started. You're going to take your string, just loop it out the back, take your knife, and you're going to cut all the way around here, because you just want this blasting cap. You don't want the confetti. Probably should have had this pre-cut, but I didn't. So there's what you're going to be using. Next step, take one of your black cats. Now most black cats is going to have some kind of like a white sand on this side, white sand on this side, and then the gunpowder or whatever it is in the middle. So you're going to break it down to where you see the gray, and then take all that powder and dump it into your blasting cap, and that's what we're going to call this yellow thing for now. And it's okay, you can see the red stuff going in there now. That's what's in the end of these things. It's not powder all the way through it. And we'll make sure we got all the gunpowder out of it. That's what I'm referring to it as. It's whatever. So that should be enough. You can probably add a little more if you want. We're just going to use this amount for now. And this is what you would use. Stick it down in there like so. But we're just going to use just the wick out of the other one, not the wick, the whatever the hell it's called. Stick it down in there like that, or you would take the whole black cat, stick it down in there like that. The fuse is what would be buried down in there. You can see we have that now. Take you a little bit of electrical tape, and you would tape the black cat to it, like so. Pretty much I'm just trying to close it up so the powder don't come out. Sure that's down in there a little ways. That should be good enough for demonstration of this. Take your tripwire. You can use whatever you want. I'm just using fishing string for now. Now you would attach part of this to the string itself and attach that to one tree, and then run your line across the path, and that's going to be what this line's for. We're not going to actually attach this. We're just going to attach the other string to it. So your other fishing string would be attached to this wire running off to a tree, and then this line would be ran off to the opposite tree across the path. So you're going to want to just leave a little tail like that, just a little bit extra, and then start wrapping that sucker. To get you a couple wraps on it. Go ahead and take that tail and start tying it together. Just throw a couple overhand knots in it. Just like so. So this would run to one tree, and then this would run to another tree. Trying to make it to where you can see. Let's see if we can do this on camera. Alright. So you can see the fuse burnt. So if there was a firecracker on there, it would have been a lot louder. You know, it would have been as loud as a Black Cat is handy. And that's what this is. This is an M80, but I'm going to show you. Or an M777, whatever. You can see they're hollow. Only about this much of it's an actual firework, from about right here to about right here. So the two ends are hollow. So what we did was we would roll up cardboard and stick it in one end, and then put several layers of electrical tape around it, and then wrap the entire butt end of it in electrical tape, and then wrap the entire front end of it in electrical tape, and then we would put uncooked rice in one end. So I would just put uncooked rice in it, stuff it full of uncooked rice, and just put 2 layers of electrical tape. So the weakest point of this thing, you can see the butt on this is really fat. The weakest point on this thing's right here. So when they shoot off, it actually shoots off like a shotgun shell and blasts out this end of it. That's why it's marked orange. So you would set it up to where this is pointed across the tripwire. And by the way, these green fuses, they burn really, really slow. So you would want to cut it off down here and stick this whole thing inside of the blasting cap. You'd want the blasting cap to sit on it like that. And then you have to run your wire up and through a loop. They make little screws that you can screw in that has a loop on the end of it, and you just run it through that loop and run it across. So your blasting cap's sitting up and down, but your tripwire's still running across your path.